what's in here? Phosphoric acid, benzoate of soda, monosodium phosphate, and polyethylene glycol.
All that and only 1 calorie.
We'll keep on drinking this stuff. They can just skip the physical, give you an environmental impact study.
Listen to the human chimney. It keeps me thin.
Well, I'll tell you what we do. We do a diet book. The police person's diet. Every one of those books sells 1 million.
We want to see what cops do. That's the idea.
149 East 23rd Street. All cars in the vicinity proceed immediately.
Car 312, repeat last. Please repeat last.
Girl on ledge, 14th floor, 23rd and Lexington, northeast corner. All cars in vicinity proceed immediately.
Car 312, responding to last. We're en route. When Michael was through, you found him heading down to the 72nd Street subway station.
Officer, what happened?
I'm trying to talk her down. But I don't know if she doesn't understand English or what. But we're going to have to make a grab for her.
Give me a minute. Keep her looking at you. You got a handkerchief or a scarf, anything like that? Good, good. Fold it in 4. Perfect, perfect. Give me a lipstick. Just put 2 eyes, a little mouth. Put a smile on it. Good, good. Hang on. Take a good look at it. You ever see it before? What's the matter? You mad at me? Huh? You mad at me? You ever seen her before? She was wanting to come up here and... You give her a hug. Isn't she a friend of yours?
Okay?
Yeah.
You okay?
Sure, she's all right. But you sure scared me. What's your name, baby?
Want to take a ride with us?
Yeah. Come on. Let's go. Had to go.
plenty of roughage. No, give me the stuff without the raisins.
You can always tell a sandwich made for profit. They skimp.
Unlike a sandwich made for love, which is plentiful in prime ingredients.
Petrie, you got any spare treats?
Homemade oatmeal cookies.
Perfect.
Hey, Petrie, look who's here.
I see him.
Hello, I'm Arthur Barrett. I'm representing Curtis Murdoch, whom you're holding here.
I'm Detective Cagney. This is Detective Lacey, Detective Petrie.
You must be the arresting officer in the Murdoch case.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And this?
So far, she's exercised her right to remain silent.
Smart girl. Looks like she's been roughed up a little. Could be police brutality. Someone else may need a lawyer.
It'll never make the Supreme Court, Counselor.
We have some things we could talk about.
Well, what are we finding out here?
The kid likes cookies. Hey, Cookie, what's your name, huh? Why don't you tell us your name? I know you got a name. Everybody's got a name.
Move. The kids respond to me. Make it easy on yourself. Where's your mommy and daddy?
Must be your natural charm, Lieutenant.
I'll get social services up here. They'll take her.
Oh, Lieutenant, give us a little while, huh?
All right, okay. But just in case you fail to extract any information, I'll get a photographer up here. We'll get a picture in the papers.
I'll bet your name is,
Angela.
Angela.
I want you to lay off my client.
You don't...
Hey, take it easy.
Easy. Did Murdoch take it easy on those people he mugged?
Don't let him get you. You gotta say something. Forget that. I know that.
Make another friend?
I always seek to widen my circle of acquaintances.
Me too.
You ever stop being a cop long enough to accept an invitation to dinner? Huh?
Cops eat.
Tonight?
8.
Great.
We caught him red-handed, Lieutenant. He broke the old lady's jaw.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Chris. What's up? Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to pick me up. I'll see you there. Chris, how'd it go last night? Okay. All right, tell me about it later.
Just got another new one, huh?
Oh, yeah. He flashed on her so fast. Even I was impressed. Bobby. You ever wish you was single again? You know what we need? We need a little excitement, like maybe take a vacation.
Wait, we can't afford one.
I don't mean now, I mean someday, you know. If we could, where would you go?
Heidelberg.
Heidelberg? Since when have you been hot to go to Heidelberg?
Saw a poster of it once in a bar. Just struck me as a place I'd like to see. It was real, you know, quaint. How about you?
I don't know. I was willing to settle for you and me on the Jersey Shore.
Hey.
My throat hurts worse. Can I get into bed with you?
Come on. Daddy'll take care of you. Come on. 'Cause I gotta get up. Javi.
Hey.
What goes with a purse-snatching stakeout? Should I wear the tweed thing or my gray pantsuit?
Wear your bikini. Purse snatchers will be so busy looking at you they'll forget what they came for.
Love is blind.
I hate these stakeouts. I'd rather be on the move.
Well, they're not my favorite thing either. This collar's driving me crazy.
Anyway, back to Mr. Barrett. Very Beth, he's terrific. Went to Amherst College.
Yeah?
Yeah. Did you look where that woman's putting her bag? No wonder the precinct's swamped with purse snatchers. These little old ladies are like sitting ducks. Oh, and his uncle was a Supreme Court justice.
The men aren't geniuses either, though, you know. They put their wallet in their back pocket. Some guy comes along with a razor. One little... Goodbye.
He's a terrific conversationalist, too. He reads books just like most guys read the sports page. And he didn't jump me.
Ah, real gentleman, huh?
Yeah. That's only temporary, I hope.
So, did the Prince of Preppies ask you out again?
In advance to a $200 a plate benefit for the American Civil Liberties Union. Sounds formal. What do you think I should wear?
You're asking me what you should wear to a function like that? I haven't been to anything fancy since Harvey's cousin got married. They were both virgins. That's how long ago it was.
How is old Harv, anyway?
Oh, he's all right. Michael's sick, though. He'll run through the whole family. It works like that. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Has he still got the fever? All right, I can get all this stuff here at the hotel pharmacy. Yeah, give him a kiss for me. Harv, give him a hug. I don't want you to catch it, too. Bye-bye.
There's another pair of prime targets.
We made the papers. Anyone with information concerning this girl, blah, 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 please contact Detective Cagney or Lacey. There's the picture. Cute kid, huh?
Front page. I like that.
You lady too busy to pick up your message? Any luck on a stakeout?
No.
You stay on it. The commissioner's wife had a purse snatch yesterday. She lost $200 cash.
Where'd you get that kind of money?
Anybody who wants me, they're out of luck for 2 hours.
Hello, this is Detective Lacey returning your call. About the girl in the papers? Great. Your granddaughter? What's the address, please? 504 East 11th, apartment 42. And is there a telephone number? I see. When was the phone disconnected? Mrs. Collins, we'll let you know the minute we have Angela back with her parents. Okay? Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Angela. Angela, where have you been, huh?
Are you George Dawes?
Yes, ma'am.
We're Detectives Cagney and Lacey, the 14th Precinct. Can we come in, sir?
Yes, please. Come on in. What happened? Where'd you find her?
On a 14th-story rooftop on Lexington Avenue.
You leave her with relatives for a couple of days. Next thing you know, you people find her like this. Honey, are you sure you're all right? Huh?
Where are these relatives now?
Well, they're just visiting. They're traveling in a big camper. They're my wife's people. Oh, excuse me. Would you ladies like to sit down?
Thank you.
Do you have any idea what kind of camper? Or the license plate? We'd like to find them.
You'd like to find them. I mean, how can they let a kid out of their sight like that? Excuse me. The camper had Georgia plates on it. Their name's Woods. They live in Atlanta. They're retired and they travel around a lot.
Mrs. Dawes, you have any idea of where your relatives are now?
No, we're going to find them.
How many kids you got?
3. There's Angela and 2 boys there. A little bashful.
Mrs. Dawes, your mother tells me you had your phone disconnected?
No, we didn't disconnect it. I just told her that. We got a new unlisted number there. Honey, I hate saying this, but I'm going to have to. Her mother's a real nice old lady, really, she is. But she treats Ruth like a damn kid. You know, even after we got married, she was telling Ruth how to run the house and how to bring up the kids. And I just got sick of it. She was interfering with our marriage. You know, well, she's getting old.
I'm glad everything turned out for the best.
Yes, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Listen, I don't know how to thank you, really.
Mr. Dawes, if you hear anything from those relatives, give us a call.
Oh, you bet. Listen, thank you very much, both of you.
Pleasure.
Take care now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Anything bother you about that family?
Like what?
I don't know. Feels funny, like the brothers don't greet their sister. Seems like Dawes wouldn't let his wife answer for herself.
He's being overprotective. You heard what he said about his mother-in-law. Look, the kid's back safe. Did an okay job.
Maybe.
She tried to skip out on the fair.
I just wanted to go up to my apartment. You don't expect me to carry my pocketbook and this?
You should have had your money before you got in the cab.
They were going to pay me cash for coming out of the cake, so I came out. But they expected more than an appearance. So I split. I got principles.
Yeah, and I got cake crumbs all over the back seat.
Okay. You want to get paid for coming out of the cake, right?
Yeah.
Take her back to the hall, go in with her, make sure she gets her dough, take what she owes you, then take the lady home.
Great. I like tall broads.
Her home.
Listen.
Yes, ma'am. We saw the two boys. They look just fine. Mrs. Collins, are you sure you're not talking about some other child? I believe you. Absolutely. I will, Mrs. Collins. Bye-bye. The grandmother says there were 4 kids in the Dawes family, not 3. There's another girl. Morning. Hey.
Morning.
Hi.
Find those relations of my wife?
You didn't give us too much to go on.
Well, I told you all I know. They are family. Till now, I figured them to be trustworthy.
We did want to ask just a few more questions, Mr. Dawes.
Sure, go right on ahead.
How did Angela get those bruises on her arm?
Well, no, I don't know. Kids fall. Ruth can't keep an eye on them all the time.
Also, where was your older daughter yesterday?
Older daughter? No, Angela's the only one.
We heard you had another child in your family.
Who told you that?
Your mother-in-law, Mrs. Collins?
She told that one again. Well, I guess that's her way of getting back at us, because, well, I told her she had to move out. You know, it was a rough decision, but, you know, I had to. She was driving my wife crazy. Did she tell you one about how Ruth would take it out on one of the kids whenever she got uptight?
No.
Well, she'll get around to it. She's got a whole collection of them. You just give her a chance. Well, better get back to work. Anything else I can do for you ladies?
Not right now.
Oh, listen, I wanted to say, you know, a couple days ago, someone would have asked me about cops. I'd have curled their ear, but, you know, you two gave me a whole new respect for them.
Thanks.
Oh, you bet. Take care now.
Maybe Dawes is telling the truth. Maybe Grandma doesn't have both oars in the water.
You don't believe in that fourth kid, do you?
Oh, come on, Mary Beth. We didn't become detectives to find a child that might not even exist. You already saved Angela. Let's pull out.
Hey! She's looking happy again.
And on the ground again.
How the boys?
Doing good in school.
Mrs. Dawes, where's Lynn?
What do you mean?
Well, we know there's another child in your family.
Mrs. Dawes, why don't you tell us what really happened?
We gave her up for adoption a couple of years ago. We didn't have any money, no room where we was living. They found a place where they could keep her.
Where?
It was through an agency. They gave us money.
What agency?
Don't remember the name.
Was it in this neighborhood? You have the name written down?
Maybe. Somewhere.
We'll be talking to you again, Mrs. Dawes.
Bye, Angie. You don't forget the name of the agency you turn your kid over to.
Ladies, somebody left this for you.
Okay, quit shoving.
Thanks for getting Angie back to us. George and Ruth Dawes.
Child beaters always send chocolate-covered cherries. Did you miss that one in detective school?
No, you're wrong about that. Child beaters send flowers. It's husbands and rapists that send candy. It's peanut brittle. Take it home to the boys before it disappears.
No chance.
Let's give it to his Becky and watch his teeth rot.
What do you got on the missing Dawes kid?
Dawes and his wife tell different stories, but neither one of them explain the missing daughter or the bruises on Angela's arm.
Are you still on that one? Look, I belted my kid once or twice when he stepped out of line. Does that make me a creep? A father's got an obligation to discipline his kids.
There's a difference between discipline and physical abuse, sir.
Look, the department's got a psychiatrist, paid him a hell of a lot of money. Does profiles, predicts behavior. He's good. Won't ask you if you dreamed about telephone poles either. I'll set up a meeting for you. You know, this could use some more peanuts.
So, child abuse, common as it is, can be very hard to identify. Detective Lacey, do you have any children?
Two boys.
Do you ever discipline them physically?
Sometimes, sure, they get a little aggravating. I give them a swat.
What if, by accident, you happen to injure one of your boys?
I would never hurt
What does
any
this have
kid.
to do with the case we're on?
I'm merely trying to show that the range of child abuse is vast.
Dr. Norell, we were just
A
hoping...
scenario. The missing girl was physically abused by her father. Mother wanted to end the situation. The girl's put up for adoption. The father, understandably, wants to deny the girl ever existed. So, if the girl was not adopted, she could have been violently assaulted, perhaps fatally. It happens every day of the week, especially on Sundays.
Do most of those kids survive?
Most do. Some become violent themselves. Some become psychiatrists.
You?
This is not for effect. I was hit in the eye with a belt buckle at the age of 10. Let me add, consider that the father may be telling the truth. Check the facts. If there is a missing girl, eliminate the worst possibility first.
You mean there's no such thing as a Lynn Dawes? The mother is lying.
I'm suggesting that your sensitivity as women, to women, may be affecting your appraisal of the facts.
sensitivity is women to women. Huh. Experts can be a real pain, you know? Every trial we're involved in, they've got experts, we've got experts. They're like hookers. You can buy one on every street corner.
How long do you think it'd take me to drive up and see the grandmother?
It's all through away. An hour and a half if you start after rush hour.
If I put it here, the sun shines on it all afternoon.
May I come over and look?
Sure. That's Lynn.
These are my kids. This is Hop Jr., and that's Michael.
Aren't they gorgeous?
Mrs. Collins, those relatives that your daughter entrusted Angela to, who are they?
What relatives?
Their name is Woods. They're from Atlanta.
Oh, my nephew Cork and some girl he roams around with. They move around like gypsies in that camper of his.
Would you call him a responsible person?
No telling what Cork could do.
Mrs. Collins, if I told you it was very important, would you mind if we borrowed that picture for a while?
The children are all right, aren't they?
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll leave you my kids for security. All right? Thank you very much, Mrs. Collins. We'll be talking to you soon.
Give Lynn a kiss for me, please. When you see her.
Yes, ma'am, I will.
So anyway, we get back to my place.
Yeah?
We're feeling kind of loose because we had this really nice wine and champagne.
Yeah? Geez, I love champagne.
Well, there we are. Sitting on my couch. He's in his tux. Me, I'm in this gown. My clavicles are showing. We look just like a, couple right out of a perfume ad. And you know what he does?
What?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Check me out, huh? See any hickeys? Any beard burn? Nothing.
Maybe he's gay.
Not a chance.
Maybe you're not his type?
I don't know. We had this little argument about the criminal justice system. I think I kind of ruffled his feathers.
So, how did it end?
So I said to him, the trouble with you thoroughbreds is that you're too damn sensitive. We're not going to go to court on this. You're going to come over next week for dinner.
You're cooking him dinner? You must really want him bad.
8:30 Tuesday. You got a pot you can lend me?
Coroner told me you were interested in seeing the reconstructions of unidentified juveniles.
We've been through every record and photo in his department, but none of the IDs match up with the picture we have of Lynn Dawes.
Well, maybe we can help you. As he explained to you, one of our functions is to reconstruct features from decomposed skulls for purposes of identification. Now, we've narrowed it down to 4 in the time period and age range that you are investigating.
That's her. That's Lynn Dawes.
There's some resemblance.
Some?
Is this enough evidence to proceed with our investigation, Doctor?
Well, it provides another tool for identification. It's very difficult to reconstruct the face from a decomposed skull, but there are some rules that help you do the reconstruction. A face is 5 eyes wide. Outer corner of the eye is 1 eye width in from the side. Now you stick these on the bone. Shorter ones up here on the forehead, and the longer ones here on the chin, and that gives you skin depth. See, then you cover with clay. Now once the clay is on, then you have to work from memory. Like here. I noticed the nasal bone had been broken. So after I put on the basic skin, I added just that little touch of crookedness to the nose.
Can you tell what caused the break?
Well, there was evidence of violence all over the skeleton. You know, if you listen, those bones will talk to you.
You do a lot of this, working with kids?
Oh, yeah, a couple a month, yeah.
You got it down so exact. Does it ever get to you?
The day it stops getting to me is the day I quit.
These are the dental x-rays. They match the pathologist's model that looks like Lynn Dawes.
Come on.
And we got lucky. The 4 dentists we talked to in the neighborhood gave us a positive ID. It is the Dawes girl.
Yeah, just go hard. Let me do it. Hey, cowboy, it's my drawer. So you're bringing in the parents now, right?
The mother claims the girl was adopted a couple of years ago.
So how you gonna handle it?
Like smart cops. You push in, then you pull out.
Geritol. Retired blood. What's going on, Lieutenant? You letting Thelma down?
This year, what do you say we go? Well, get going. Now be careful, will you? I don't want to have any false arrest suits in here.
Yes, sir. We have some bad news for you. And we are truly sorry.
The body of your daughter Lynn was found 7 months ago.
What daughter?
I told them about the adoption.
Sure. They're human flesh and blood. You're supposed to look after them. You know, you try. Then the plant shuts down. So you start packing them up in the car and moving out. Looking for work wherever you can find it. Anything. Docks, hospital orderly, pumping gas. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Watch them starve? You know, Ruth, she wanted to keep Lynn. But, you know, I just couldn't stand that hurt. Look at her, I not being able to give her what she needed. Now, you find her. You find whoever adopted Lynn. I want you to get him. I want him to burn. Do you hear? Get him.
We understand.
When was the adoption? What's the name of the agency? Help us here. Tell us anything you can remember.
Please. Not now. I'd like to be alone with my wife. Not me.
You believe there was an adoption?
No. How are we going to prove it?
Break one of them down?
It's not going to be him.
If we leave that with you, can you make the model look exactly like the photograph?
Well, some things are kind of tough to do, like lips. But, yeah, no problem. Just give me a little time, huh?
We really appreciate this.
Sure.
What was that I had over at your house last week? It was terrific.
I don't believe this. You mean to tell me you haven't figured out what to feed Barrett yet?
No. What was it? Meatloaf. Give me the recipe.
Oh, Chris, you can't give a guy like Arthur Barrett meatloaf for dinner. You gotta give him something like, steak tartare.
So, give me the recipe for steak tartare. I'll cook that.
You got any plain soda? No, we'll be right here in an hour.
Excuse me. What is this drink? It's beautiful.
Ah, pina colada.
Ah, I must get one.
Paid her. Cuff the blonde and blue. I'll get him. isn't it?
What is it?
Bifancoot.
Oh, really? This is an incredible disguise.
Damn it, Barrett, you sit there so cool and polite, making wisecrack remarks. Why don't you just come out and say it? The food stinks. I'm a bust as a cook. If that's what you want, it's not me. Do you want dessert?
Did you make it?
Yes.
Then I don't want it.
Some more wine?
Chris, what's wrong with you tonight?
Nothing.
Problem at work?
No.
Trouble with your partner?
Never.
Well, something is making you uncomfortable, and I don't know what it is. We've been out 3 times together. By now, we should be getting a little bit more familiar.
Here are your car keys.
Listen, Chris, I didn't mean to upset you. I didn't plan for this evening to go this way either.
Your car is parked in the 6 a.m. tow-away zone. We don't want to wake up that early, do we?
Mary Beth! Yeah? Can you get that, please?
Chris, you're early.
Mr. Barrett has a wife in Washington. One of these we don't live together but divorce is out of the question relationships. Please. I spent $34.95 on a cookbook, not to mention what that side of beef cost me.
Oh, Chris, I'm so sorry.
It's his loss.
Well, what are you mad about?
I blew it, you know? I mean, I can usually smell a guy like that a mile away. Biorhythms must be off or something.
Christine, did you find out about the wife before or after?
None of your business.
What is it? This is the whip the Duke used in the Red River.
The Duke used a whip?
Oh, he had to. Hey, you remember the scene where this guy was raiding the chuck wagon? He was trying to steal some sugar, and all of a sudden he dropped all these pots, and there was a big stampede?
Yeah, that was a great scene.
Oh, yeah? Well, the Duke had to teach him a lesson, huh?
How do you know that that whip was the Duke's?
Oh, the guy who sold it to me was an extra on the movie.
No kidding. Wow. So how much you pay for that?
$40. Yeah, it took me 6 months to convince the guy to sell it.
Yeah, wow. You know that that's the oldest con in the world? And you fell for him?
Hey, Lieutenant. Guys in the John Wayne fan club don't lie.
What? Homicide? No, this is the OK Corral.
Hi, Petrie. Petrie, you mad at me?
I don't want to see you. Or your boyfriend, Barrett.
He's not my boyfriend.
Do you know what that tweed suit slumming Ivy League lawyer got done? He appealed the hearing, and Murdoch is out on bail.
Bill of Rights says that no one shall be denied bail.
When Thomas Jefferson wrote the Bill of Rights, he didn't figure on Curtis Muggin in the Park Murdoch.
A little respect for people's rights might have stopped quite a few lynchings, Petrie.
What the hell are you doing in the men's toilet anyway?
There's only one toilet on this floor.
Right now, it's the men's toilet.
Let's go.
Where?
I just talked to Ruth Dawes. We're going to pick her up.
Oh, I'm not looking forward to this.
You said it. He's not going to be the one to crack.
week didn't go by that George didn't hurt me. One time he threw a carton of salt on the floor and made me lick it up. I was so sick. If he wasn't beating me or one of the kids he was yelling he was going to.
Why didn't you just go?
It wasn't always that way. When we was going together, before we got married, George was the sweetest man. If I ran out of my favorite cologne, he'd get it for me. He said he loved the way it smelled on me.
What happened to Lynn?
He didn't want her in the house. He said she caused trouble. One day he took her off and came back without her, said he'd found her a nice home. Sometimes I thought the worst, and then I'd see a picture of a pretty house, and I'd think, maybe Lynn was there with nice people. Maybe a garden. She loved flowers. At least I saved Angela.
We saved Angela. We took her off the roof of a 14-story building.
I don't know how she got there. That day George came home and he made me dress Angel up. He didn't want any girls in the house. We drove around and around, and when we stopped at a liquor store, I opened up the car door and I told Angela that her daddy was real angry and he was going to beat her like he'd done before. I told her to run. What else could I do?
You did good, Ruth. You did. You saved Angela. Now you've got to help us. Your husband is going to be charged with murder. You're going to have to tell a lot of people what you've just told us.
It's not right to speak against your man.
How can you say that? The man brutalized you. He murdered your kid.
We'll protect you, Ruth. Cooperate with us. George Dawes will never hurt you or your children again.
have the right to remain silent. If you give up this right, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You're entitled to an attorney at every stage of the proceedings. If you can't afford a lawyer, the court will appoint legal aid.
Tonight on ITV3, Richard Griffith stars in the last in the series of Pie in the Sky. That's at 8. Then Hacks at 9. And later, Tara Fitzgerald stars in the concluding part of The Woman in White at 10. But coming next, Sam materialises as a chimpanzee. Yeah, you did hear me right. In today's Quantum Leap.